we have a conversation. David, nice to have you with us. As usual, good to have you aboard. Still some struggling offensively. You're going to pitch great. Bullpen's fine. Like to get this offense on track. Give me some thoughts early going as far as your team is concerned.
Well, we know we're a run prevention team first. We're built on our pitching. We're built on our defense. That's how we're going to win a lot of games. And that part of the team is going pretty well so far. Our starting pitching over the last 10 days has really been outstanding. The back end of the bullpen has done a great job. So we're really pleased with how that is going and where that part of the team and how it's performing. And offensively, we just haven't gotten going yet. We really don't have a player on our team yet who's clicked. That's unusual. I don't think it's going to continue. We're a better offensive team than this. We'll show that over the course of the year. But sure, we'd like to score more runs than we have, and I think we will.
You know, David, it's funny, with what you guys in that market have to do. Sometimes you got to take some chances on 3 or 4 guys and hopefully a couple of hit in the course of the year. McCutchen, Renfroe, get one of those to hit. Adames, get him the hit. Last year he did. It was a perfect one for you. But sometimes in those scenarios, you got to take some chances. You make 3 or 4 of them, and hopefully you go 50-50. You get 50% of them right, and you get 2 of those guys to be productive. Thoughts on that process? Go ahead.
I think the guys you mentioned are going to hit. I think there's been some poor luck involved with a couple of them. Some of them just haven't gotten going yet. But we are so early in the season. All those guys have track records. They're going to hit in our ballpark. We think they're going to hit in our division. So they'll get going. We got to get through a cold April. We got to get into a little bit more of a rhythm of a season. Get a little bit more comfortable as we go forward. But you're right. We've got to pick our places from an acquisition perspective. We always have. We're not going to be able to go out and add everywhere on our roster. We have to be pretty judicious with where we're headed and how we're adding. But we like our team. We like the guys we have, and we certainly think they're going to perform over the course of a full season.
Yeah, I don't want to make too big a read on it. Give me your thoughts on Yelich. Need to him have a real good year. Spotty early. Last couple years, he hasn't been himself. You still feel confident that Yelich can be an MVP sort of talent in the National League? Let me hear your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I actually like where Christian is right now. I think he's hitting the ball hard. We're seeing some more balls in the air. And when he's right, he's going to hit the ball hard and he's going to hit it in the air. And we've certainly seen that before. I think he's getting a lot closer. And look, what we need from Christian is we need him to be a good player on a good team. There have been times where our rosters have been structured where we needed him to carry the load and we needed him to perform at an MVP level. We don't need that right now. We have enough around him. We have enough supporting cast around him so that if he's just a good player on a good team, that will certainly put us in a really good spot going forward.
For your team and everybody else in the National League and in baseball, David, do you think the extra team in the postseason will entice certain GMs, you included possibly, to go a little more into it in July? And also it's a best of 3. Now, it's not a one-game knockout. It's actually a little series. Do you think the extra team and the format will sort of increase the desire of certain ball clubs to go for it if they're on that periphery of being a 6th-seeded team in a league? What's your take there?
The new format has a whole lot of interesting aspects to it. You've got the extra team, which should bring additional clubs involved, keep additional clubs active into July, and their fan base engaged through August and September. I think that's great. And then you also have the competition for the 2 buys at the top of each league. The 2 best records get a bye in the first round. And that's a huge advantage for whatever teams can come away with it. So I think the new format incentivizes competition. It incentivizes continuing to compete through the end of the season, regardless of where you are in the playoff structure. And I think that's a really good thing. And I'm eager to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I'm with you, too. Do you like the best of 3 better than a knockout pool?
I do. I think we play 162, and then if you get knocked out in one game, it doesn't feel great. We had that happen to us a couple of years ago in Washington. They went on and won a World Series after beating us in a really great game that changed hands late. So we've experienced that. It's not the most enjoyable feeling in the world. So I'd certainly prefer 2 out of 3 than the single game elimination.
All right. Market is interesting, David. You're in a good baseball market, and it's also right now a very good sports market. You know, Green Bay, the Packers are the Packers, and the Bucks have played well, won a championship. They got Giannis. They got him signed. That's a great baseball. I mean, I would think that if all the other teams are doing well, that helps you a little bit. You know, I don't think there's a, you know, sometimes Yankees and Mets, they like the other team to do lousy. Knicks, Nets are the team to do lousy. I don't get that sense in Milwaukee. I think if everybody's doing well, it's good for the other teams in the sport, in the different sports. How about that for a sec? Let me hear.
Completely agree. This is a town that supports all of its teams. We're in a fortunate spot right now where Bucks, Packers, us, we're all performing at a high level right now. It's a lot of fun to watch and be a part of the enthusiasm that occurs in our city, in our state, for the other teams. And I'm a huge Bucks fan, so it's been a fun run that they're going on right now. We certainly hope it continues.
Yeah, interesting series forthcoming. The ballpark, it's a great ballpark, roof and everything else. Fan base is good. Nothing much not to like about playing baseball in Milwaukee. It's not County Stadium in 1956. There's not much not to like about playing baseball in Milwaukee right now, Dave. Thoughts on that for a sec? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a good place to play. I mean, we've got a great fan base that supports our team every single year. You mentioned the roof. It's a wonderful facility. You know, I've heard stories from the guys who have been around here for a long time of playing in snow on opening day in County Stadium and crazy floods and things like that. But what we've got going here right now, it's a lot of fun to come to work every day. And I think that's true whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, whether you're in the front office. This is a great environment. We're enjoying ourselves. We've had a nice run here, and we think we can keep it going.
There you have it. Dave, great job. Appreciate it very much. We'll keep in touch. Thanks for a few minutes here today.